Hey everybody, it is Katie Infinity with the Wounded Wanderers, and I'm coming to you tonight with some, what are we calling it? Tea time shorts or whatever. Have a cuppa with Kate, right? Hold on. Need to wet my whistle. So, these two cards, so I'm doing shorts for each of these positions here, kind of giving a little bit more detail with each of the cards because I think it's really important to understand the significance and the energies that each card holds. So my videos take a little bit more time because I like, it's not so much about reading what you feel, which is super important too, don't get me wrong. However, it's also important to incorporate both things, right? So what you feel, how it fits into the question that you ask, and the energies that they have when they're read together, right? But also the meaning of the card itself. So I'm trying to incorporate, and that's just my way. I break down each card first, and then I see how they work together, and then, into the question, right? Because I want to know what energies I'm really working with. And it's good to start from like the bottom and work your way up. So I try to break it down in such a way where it makes it easier for others to learn as we go also, because I am ever evolving in this myself. So why not do it together? Anyway, so this last duo that we are going to go over at this tea time sesh here is our underlying and overarching energies, right? And so when I shuffle with intention of what I'm, asking, my intention of, the day, the numerology, I incorporate a lot of the times the moon cycle. I also incorporate the um, astrology, in my thoughts and try to just be very, stay very involved in all of that, right? Like maintain that all of these energies are happening all at one time. And especially when there's a lot of them going on or just one really strong one, it's just important to honor that, And so with the intention as I shuffle, I then, divide the deck and, you know, we let our, uh, we let our spirits, the universe know that we're, tapping in. We give it a little knocky knock. And then what comes out on the bottom is what I'm holding in my hand now. So after all the shuffling, so on and so forth, that is when we pull these. So I pull the one from each deck that I use, whether I'm using tarot, multiple tarot decks, or multiple oracle decks. Regardless, my system is the same, right? Sometimes if I look and I see a card that's super significant, like it popped up a lot while I was shuffling, or I decided, I don't know, like while I was separating the deck to shuffle them together, I saw the card multiple times, whatever the case is, or if it's just an energy that I'm feeling that day, you get the point. If I see it again at the bottom of the deck at whatever point in time, I will pull it also. So I'm just saying, you kind of just have to go with your intuition with those things. If it feels right, go with it. If you're like, I could do without it, go with that too. You don't have to do anything. If you want to keep it simple and you only have time to do so much, with the reading, then keep it simple. But these are the cards. We have the Queen of Pentacles here, and we have the Page of Cups, right? Great two energies. So this is our underlying and overarching energy. Some readers use the overarching energy. Some readers use the underlying energy. I feel like they're both kind of the same, right? Whether it's underlying or overarching, it is what it is, and they both matter in a big way. So we are going to just get into it here. So we have first as our, underlying energy is the Queen of Pentacles. This is the root system of the entire spread that we've done here today, right? So the hidden foundation beneath every card that's been pulled. The Queen of Pentacles, as the underlying theme, is your soul shifting into greater self-worth, energetic sovereignty, Grounded emotional stability, nurturing your desires in practical, embodied ways, living a life of intentional nourishment rather than depletion. You can't give from a place of depletion, right? It's just the truth. She is quiet. She's the steady pulse beneath everything else, beneath the Ten of Swords release, beneath the Nine of Cups desire claiming, beneath the Four of Pentacles boundary work, beneath the Eight of Pentacles devotion, beneath the Temperance's integration, beneath the Four of Wands' alignment portal. The Queen of Pentacles says your entire spread is rooted in the rebirth of your self-value. For deeper influence, she grounds all your emotional, mental, and spiritual shifts into tangible reality. Doesn't she just look so cozy and peaceful? I mean, I feel like she does. Tangible reality. So healthier habits, better boundaries, more stable foundations, embodied self-trust, sustainable energy, a life that feeds you, not drains you. The Queen says you are reparenting yourself, essentially. You're rebuilding your inner foundation and preparing to receive in a bigger way. She's the underlying reason your other cards are pushing you toward release, clarity, alignment, and mastery. Then we have our overarching, overarching. It's just whatever. Page of Cups floats above the entire spread like a soft aura. The overlighting influence, the higher invitation, the energy that wants you to lean toward magic, intuition, emotional softness. Where the Queen of Pentacles roots you, the Page of Cups opens your heart and imagination. The Page of Cups as the overarching theme, your whole day is being guided by emotional openness, playfulness of the heart, intuitive whispers, curiosity instead of fear, unexpected good news or synchronicity, creative or romantic inspiration. This page softens every edge in your reading. He turns the Ten of Swords ending into emotional rebirth. He turns the Ace of Swords clarity into inspiration, not coldness. He turns the Five of Swords conflict into emotional learning. He turns the Temperance integration into inner play and grace. He turns Nine of Cups fulfillment into genuine sweetness. And the Four of Wands outcome into joy, play, and connection, which, I mean, it kind of does anyway, but like you feel it, right? It's that difference between like what you feel and what you, like you can have a memory or you can like feel a memory. Like one is mental and the other is emotional, right? He reminds you that you're allowed to feel hopeful again. You're allowed to experience gentle emotion. You're allowed to be surprised by beauty. The page invites new connections, fresh emotional energy, intuitive sparks even, romantic curiosity, why not, right? Creative flow, synchronicities, signs from the universe, tenderness. He dissolves heaviness and encourages innocence, right? I like this archetype mixed in with all these other energies today. The Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups together are two energies that reveal the sacred frame of your entire spread. The root, your Queen of Pentacles, you ground yourself, you honor your worth, you nourish what matters, you stabilize your inner world. Your aura with the Page of Cups, you stay open, stay receptive, let magic meet you, let intuition lead with softness. The Queen says, be solid in yourself. The Page says, but keep your heart fluid and open. This creates a beautiful alchemical polarity. Earth and water. Earth and water. Practical foundation and emotional intuition. Grounded self-worth to creative magic. Disciplined self-care and spontaneous inspiration. Inner stability. Outer receptivity. Right? This combination is the signature of emotional maturity meeting emotional innocence. It's the version of you who trusts yourself deeply but still believes in wonder, right? Is grounded but not hardened, is stable but still open to love, connection, beauty, and signs. So your entire reading today is held between the grounded, self-nourishing Queen of Pentacles and the open-hearted, intuitive Page of Cups, right? Um, Everything happening today, every release, every realization, every threshold, every spark of alignment is guiding you toward this, right? Be rooted in your self-worth while staying open to emotional magic and intuitive possibility. This is who you're becoming now. Yeah, so today's energy is about clarity, emotional renewal, release of a mental pattern, and alignment into a more stable, joyful timeline. Your field is shaped by several key movements. So dominant energies, you got the Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You're grounding, stabilizing, protecting your energy, reclaiming your center. You're meant to consciously embody self-satisfaction, worthiness, and emotional fulfillment. Then you have your guiding and unseen currents. You have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Joyful, aligned opening is forming beneath the surface, relationship harmony, progress, or a celebratory shift. Ten of Swords, the mental pattern or old narrative must be released. This requires awareness and disciplined letting go. Spiritual and practical outcomes. We've got the Four of Wands and the Four of Wands and sorry, Four of Wands, Seven. That's super strange. Anyway, I thought there was a 7 somewhere in here. Moving on. We have essentially we're grounding into self-worth, releasing an old mental burden, opening a clearer truth, and aligning with joy, while your devotion and heart-led openness create real progress and emotional renewal. Yeah, so that's great. And thanks for stopping by for, a cuppa with Kate. Cheers.